It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports, where we'll see two of the NFL's oldest and most storied franchises. It's the Detroit Lions and the Green Bay Packers, and it's all up next.
And we come to you from one of the truly iconic stadiums in the NFL as you get a look at Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Green Bay Packers. Two teams that have met at least twice a year since 1932. The Lions and Packers underway from Lambeau. Keyshawn Nixon now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. 6'4" Jordan Love taking the field for the first time. The 2020 first-round pick from Utah State set to lead Green Bay.
And at the start of Jordan Love's NFL career, he had one of the best seats in the stadium watching Aaron Rodgers work. But now he's looking for more than that. Rocket arm, big play potential, and he wants to show this organization that he's capable of being a dependable starter for the foreseeable future.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
Love, they go play action now. And Watson has it right side. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. Call it a loss of 2 there on the play. And that brings up third and a full 10 yards. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. On third down, Love. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Lee McNeil, what an effort to get in there and drop him.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. On fourth down, the Packers call on Daniel Whelan to punt. Back deep, Khalif Raymond. Let's take it inside his own 40. Now a hit and a loose football. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it.
And that's what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They're brought out by a former #1 overall pick coming off one of his best seasons ever in year 7 of his career, now in year 8, Jared Goff.
And at one point, the ascension of Jared Goff was really, really strong. Back-to-back Pro Bowls, took his team to the Super Bowl and came really within 1/4 of winning it. But since that time, he's had bouts of inconsistency, and that's been the struggle for him as he tries to get back to the form he showed earlier in his career.
things off with a carry by Gibbs here. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. With Sean Gary that time through the line and getting the tackle for loss.
Overall, I'd have to say that was just really good team defense because to me, you can't pin that one on the running back. He had no shot there. He had a man in his face immediately.
Second down, and they go back to Gibbs. And he'll make it only to the 43, a gain of 2. They need 12 here. It's third down. Goff now looking to throw. In trouble, and he's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
On fourth down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit. Jaden Reed is deep for Green Bay. We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Love now on second down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Love. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Charles, to move the chains that time, they had to complete it into double coverage, and they got it done.
And it's never easy overcoming multiple defenders, but he sure made it look simple. Found the right spot to exploit and won his one-on-two matchup.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38. Love going to give this one to Jones. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Second and 9. Throwing. Love. Over the middle here, it's hauled in by Watson. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Let's go, baby. Let's have some fun.
Play fake. Here's Love. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Kirby Joseph, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Oh, free safety blitz, that can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
They get just a yard back there, and now they'll be looking at a tough 3rd and 15. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And they will get this across midfield, but still well short of the first as he's dropped at the 46. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the 1st down.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
St. Brown motioning left. He's going to get it on the jet sweep. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. St. Brown motioning left. Now they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. A good productive run there on 1st down. He winds up getting 8. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Gibbs on the toss left. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a 1st down if not for that penalty moments ago.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
And he is going to have a Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd down. Offensive line really didn't give him any room to maneuver on that play.
Things closed pretty quickly, didn't they? And how about the wrap-up at the end of that tackle? Left no doubt there would be no additional yardage to be found.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll try the air now with Goff. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
The threat of a 2nd straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. From the gun, here's Goff. That is caught. He's going to have the 1st down and then some. And he gets this one down to the 24. That's a first down and then some, a 32-yard pickup.
Running their plays over and over during the week can often get robotic for an offense, but on game day they can often flow smoothly, as that one just did.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. First carry now for David Montgomery. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Come on, you serious?
So they cite the right guard this time with a holding penalty.
And so many different assignments you can have at that position, and sometimes you might just be a step too late and have to grab and hold on.
Now it's Goff off the bootleg. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. They get a good chunk of that penalty yardage back, a gain of 15. 2nd down.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Again, Goff. And this is going to be incomplete.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested, and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. Gibbs will try and pick it up. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And Power running here down to the 6-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Someone's looking fresh, and this O-line is definitely licking their chops. Everyone likes to run block. If you're an offensive lineman, nice early burst, nice gain too.
From the 6 now on 2nd and 3. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal. We're scoreless after 1. The Lions with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter as they go to work on a 1st and goal. Montgomery fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Good work there, holding them out on 1st down, and this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Here's Goff. There's Laporta, he's got it. Touchdown Lions. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Lions post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself, no reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Now whistles here, flag down. I think one of the Packer linemen was moving. And they'll accept that penalty.
Still second down.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. Love from the gun. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
The offense on third down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. To pass, here's Jordan Love. He's able to find Melton. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they've rallied and made the tackle.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. This is fielded at the 27. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And the Lions will take over. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
Now a play fake, and it's Goff. And that'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 23 yards the pickup there. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Looked like both sides were anticipating a quick throw there, and the defense was ready to jump in and deny it, and they did.
Now a 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Goff. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Lions linemen might have moved. Jonah Jackson, former 3rd-round pick, the guilty party. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Now it's gone. And that is incomplete. Green Bay up to the task there in coverage and forcing a 4th down.
The frustration evident there because he couldn't find anyone on 3rd down, and he left no doubt that he was throwing that one away.
Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's 2nd down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Again, it's Jones. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer 1st down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
A little bit of space there for the 1st down run as that's going to get him about 5 yards.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a 1st down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the 1st down.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Switching things up, they'll throw it now with Jordan Love. And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
And that is not what you expect from a receiver of his caliber. Sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself. You don't look it in, and all of a sudden it's on the ground. A surprise to all.
They'll throw again. Here's Love on 2nd and 10. Flush to his right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the 1st.
Certainly not the way they drew it up in the playbook, but that's why they love this guy back there. He sees things breaking down, and he's more than capable of finding an escape route and still getting a decent gain.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. They'll get this off to Taylor. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
They just keep trying, but so far, finding no room for him to run.
None whatsoever. In fact, you run the numbers, he's under 3 yards a carry at the moment. The offense on third down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll go again to Jones. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on third.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Now throw there by Long, pulled in by Reed. Second down and 3. Here's a give to Jones running left. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. 47 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash too.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
From the 7, it's 2nd and 5. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. Oh, the motion comes too late, and this is going to be a delay.
You can't do that.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
Still second down.
So the delay of game penalty moves it back 5. That makes it 2nd and 10. Up the middle, Jones. Oh, a good move at the 5. A good display of power, but it will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on third down. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Jordan Love taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Packers go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points.
What an effort there. Sometimes you hold your breath a bit when you see your quarterback diving for the end zone. You don't want him to land on a shoulder wrong or take a big shot. But he looks none the worse for wear here, and that winds up a touchdown.
Carlson's extra point up and good, and we are tied at 7. That drive a long one, spanning 15 plays, and it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So here come the Lions now. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Now Goff on first down. Throw out wide is incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10. Goff. Setting up the screen. This is Gibbs. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Goff now looking to throw. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Another first down, this time on a gain of 19.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Goff now to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Second and 10. Gibbs straight ahead. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Throwing on 3rd. Goff. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
And that is no good. Hit it well from distance, but he couldn't work it back in. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2.
And now 2 problems as I see it. First, you missed the kick, which granted was a long one. But second, you set the other guys up a great field position and enough time to maybe get downfield and get a field goal attempt of their own.
The Packers with the football here late in this first half. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Love. This is caught. It's Christian Watson. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So the ball moves from their own 41 to the other 41 here for 1st and 10. Love looking to throw it. This will be incomplete. Oh, a dream chance for a D lineman, but he couldn't pull that one in.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Throwing. Love. Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
3rd down and 1. Going back to Love. Yeah, that will be incomplete. Detroit was up for the challenge through the air. They force a 4th down.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about, and you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And his kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So it was 4th and 1. They wind up taking the 3. But I'm not sure that that offensive unit, judging by the sideline, Charles, was in 100% agreement with the decision.
No, not at all. But the head coach has final call on this. We know that. But let's face it, offenses want to feel like, hey, you believe in us? Let us go for it. We'll see if that is a problem for them moving forward in this game.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
It's a gain of 2, and it will be the final act of this first half of play. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report.
This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these two teams. This was a very level first half, and I'd expect to see more of the same after the break.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. A good, tight football game thus far. 10-7 the score as we resume action on EA Sports. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. And the Lions getting set to go on offense to start the third. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
This is 2nd and 8. To throw is Goff. And this one nearly intercepted. Boy, that would have been a great time for their first pick, but instead it's 3rd down. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it, and that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
Here comes the Lions punter now as he's on to kick it away. And And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Love from the gun. And his throw here is incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
He can rack up those tackles in bunches in the run game from that middle linebacker spot.
And what he has to do is make sure he congratulates the guys in front and tells them thanks a lot, because as the guy in the middle, the Mike linebacker, you're counting on your front 3, your front 4, front 5, whatever you've got in front of you to take up all the blocking, allow you to roam and hit, and that's what he did on that play.
And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
Nice call on defense, rolling out the nickel package for that big 3rd down play, and he did an excellent job locking down coverage and forcing him to try and run for it, and he doesn't get there, which brings up a big 4th down call.
On now is the Packers punter, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. On 1st and 10, Goff. That's into the hands of Reynolds. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down. Here's Goff.
He'll get this underneath to Montgomery. Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Third and 3.
Here's Goff.
That's complete to Laporta.
It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
No surprise they decided to throw on 3rd down. A little bit of a surprise that they completed the pass and lost yardage on the play.
Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away.
Here comes Reed.
It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Green Bay's offense ready to go again.
Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
Nice satisfying run on 1st down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
Now 2nd and 5. To throw now. Here's Love. This complete to the tight end, Tucker Kraft. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
An inside give to Jones.
And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45.
But you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 41-yard line.
They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Man coverage on the left side, so I really like the design of this play because they opened up the field and brought their tight end the other way on a crossing route. That's a lot of ground to cover if you're a defender. I've been there before, unable to stay with his man there.
A give to Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense. I think in the future, if you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
Here's Love. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was a strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Jordan Love ready on 1st down here. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line.
Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Love going to give this one to Jones.
And he'll take this one down to the 36. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. Love now.
This will be swung out wide for Taylor.
And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back.
But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
And that's off the right upright, and it bounces away, no good. And that will keep this a 3-point game. So plenty of leg, but it's the accuracy there that lets him down.
Yeah, he hit it really well. I think this might have been good from 55, but you'll see it just conk off that upright, and they're denied a chance at 3 points.
Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there.
Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive.
They try the 50-yarder and miss it, and now this offense has it 1st and 10 at the 40.
And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line.
Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
1st downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Goff on 1st down. And that'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays.
And it's pretty evident that this passing game has been frustrated so far. They haven't really moved the ball the way we might have expected, but this is a good pickup here for the 1st down.
They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
From the 32-yard line now, here's a 2nd down and 6.
Up the middle, it's Montgomery. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the 1st half, and that trend is continuing here.
Got to get to the 26 for a 1st. This is 3rd down. There's Goff. Packer pressure, and down he goes. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down.
They've certainly hit the point of no return in this one because that was absolutely the last time they could afford a sack. You guys sustain your blocks and keep your quarterback clean for as long as it takes in this situation. They failed up front this time to do so.
Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
The Packers ready to take over offensively.
We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. Love now to pass on 1st down.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
But you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those. But the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10.
To pass, here's Jordan Love.
And he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
On 3rd down, Love. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So the scoring dried up here in the third. Nothing that quarter for either side. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Lambeau. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now Love. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete.
We always talk about receivers. If the ball hits your hand, you're supposed to haul it in, but it is hard to adjust to a pass thrown a little bit behind you.
That one was all the momentum going forward. Couldn't contort his body back to grab it. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. From the shotgun, a give to Jones.
67 yards rushing for him now to this point.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
Love. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And I know that one didn't work out the way they thought, but I don't think it was a bad time to call this play. You're thinking on 3rd down, you might possibly see some pressure. You might see a blitz. So they tried to set up the screen, but that one was well read, and they stopped them for no gain.
Love to throw for it on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Packers unable to pick up the first, and the Lions will take over. So that's a decision that could loom pretty large here. They go for it on 4th down, but come up empty.
But I actually like the call, and the reason? It shows me a head coach has faith in his team overall. First, on the offensive side, thinking they can pick it up, but also knowing that he has faith in his defense that if they don't, they'll go out there and stop them. I like the confidence he showed.
Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10.
At their 35-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Goff.
Open man downfield is Reynolds.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one good for 37 yards.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
2nd and 5. Another run for Gibbs here.
And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Lions on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Gibbs will try and pick it up.
He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great, because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. Badgley able to punch this one through. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. Well, you talk about clutch. That one was right down Broadway, and this game's all even here in the fourth.
Yeah, he didn't leave any doubt, did he? Good snap, good hold, dead center. Almost like a big-time golfer in a major, firing at a pin from the fairway, trying to win the tournament going down the stretch.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. Nixon elects not to return it, and this comes out to the 25.
The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field.
And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this fourth quarter.
Ready, break.
Loving the Packers now with a 1st and 10
at their own 25-yard line. Throwing. Love.
able to find his man, Kraft.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. Love looking to throw it.
That is caught.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
To the air again, Love. And he couldn't get that one to his man. Short of him, it's low and incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. The give is to Jones, and he stopped immediately there. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down.
And Brandon, every running back wants to use their speed in order to get out in front of things. Sometimes you just have to be patient, let blocks develop. On that play, that didn't happen.
Here's 3rd and 10.
Back to throw.
Love. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
On now is the Packers punter, as he's on here to punt it away. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. So out now come the Lions.
Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10.
At their own 17-yard line. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
counter play. Here's Gibbs.
And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Sometimes I forget how much information he has to go through before the ball's even snapped. But what a diagnosis right there. Saw the play, shot through the gap like a rocket, ends up spilling it for a loss.
3rd and long. It's Goff. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line.
Rashawn Gary that time fighting free and getting to the quarterback.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
Here comes the Lions punter now, as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here.
Oh, the return is Reed.
44-yard punt, return of 9. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones.
And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor.
And a pretty good run as he'll get this down close to a 1st at the Lions' 38. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And he's going to have the Packers 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the 1st down sticks are, and get there.
Now Jones. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From the 31, here's 2nd and 6.
They'll go again to Jones. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. This is 3rd and 2, maybe the biggest play in this football game. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a 1st down.
87 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's going on.
Brandon, unfortunately, I've been here before. They've had 2 opportunities to stop them, so this is demoralizing. They haven't gotten it done. Now you're calling all your blitzes, all your attack defenses, but you're not worried about playing your normal position. You're going to take chances now.
Well, you said it. 2 third-down opportunities to get off the field. Couldn't do it, and the clock continues to roll.
And the Packers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as good running gets them down to about the 4-yard line.
Blocking at the point of attack there was very strong. He had a couple of running lanes.
And I never want to overlook the offensive line, but that's what they get paid to do. How about the quarterback? Everyone thinks all he's going to do is throw the football. His movement and deception can help a running game as well.
Taylor diving for the end zone, and he is in. Touchdown. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is, I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Carlson's extra point up and good.
And that makes it a 17-10 score.
Carlson back out there now to send this one away. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. So here's Goff and the Lions.
Trailing 17-10, 2:16 to play. Needing to go pretty much the length of the football field as they have it 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Goff. Open man right side is St. Brown. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire.
And this will wind up a Lions 1st down as the tackle made at the 35-yard line.
Well, you know they had a 3rd down play on standby just in case, but he says no need with that carry. Runs like that will continually earn him more work in this and future contests.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Gibbs straight ahead. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Short gain last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely. This defense, they're saying go right ahead with those.
This is 1st and 10.
Goff now to throw.
Finds Gibbs on the check down.
Sometimes it's hard to figure, but you can live with incompletions in this situation. You can't live with these short gains that take time off the clock.
You know who loves it? This defense.
They'll come up now on 2nd down.
Goff. And his throw is going to be incomplete. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
Now Goff. And that will be incomplete as well.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down.
They go ahead and snap it. Goff. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
We got to have two hands on the football here as they run on first down. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game.
Third down and 10.
Again, it's Jones. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. On now is the Packers punter as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. And now the up man has it. It's a fake. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool them. And the Lions will take over.
How about that for a call? Leading in the second half, fake punt, but this one's going to work against them.
And, partner, I love a fake punt as much as anyone. In fact, I might love it more than other people, but in this case, probably a step too far because not only does it not work, but look at the field position they gave up after the attempt.
Here's 1st and 10.
Now it's Goff.
Open that is Raymond. He's got it.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
It was a long shot, but they did get one final chance to try to score and overcome this small deficit. No touchdown, though, Charles. And that brings this one to a close.
Yeah, I think Hope was wearing one jersey and Worry was wearing another on the other sideline as that final snap played out. Now, we've seen some incredible plays to win games before, but in this case, I think the distance was just a little bit too great for it to happen here.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Packers are winners here as we say so long from Lambeau.